Tony D and guest dog Truffle here with a screenwriter's rant called Shrapnel, a movie about fighting the cartel where a father, an ex-military guy played by Jason Patric, have to save his daughter. It's kind of taken in Mexico. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Jason Patric's daughter has been kidnapped, and he's gonna get her back, one way or another. Looks like the body's gonna pile up big in this one. He gets his buddy to help him. Will his buddy betray him to the cartels? When it comes to family, something, a lot of bodies. Patric looks good in this movie. He really does. I think he slimmed down. I think he got maybe worked out a little bit. So he's gonna kill a bunch of dudes. So it looks like a cool movie. Very violent, crazy, realistic. You know, the cartels are kind of crazy. So he's going to go in, save his daughter. I think he does save her, and then the cartel comes after him. I think that's the way it kind of rolls. It's kind of hard to tell from the trailer. Directed by William Kaufman, written by Chad Law. Oh, Chad Law. I remember that name because I like the name Chad Law. And Johnny Martin Walters. Chad Law has written a lot. Good name. Probably because he's got the name Chad Law. Who do we get to write this thing? There's only one man to call. Chad Law. Chad Law, rated R. Anyhow, it's called Shrapnel. Sorry, I've drank a lot of iced tea today. So it's pretty standard. First act, they kidnap his daughter. I don't know, she goes to a party or something. And bring her across the border, and he gets a desperate call from her because cartel guys are too stupid to take away the girl's phone, I guess. So he first follows the law and, I don't know, calls the cops, and they try to do something, but they're totally ineffective. He goes on TV. That doesn't work. But then it looks like they're just going to give up and everybody's corrupt. So he's like some kind of ex-military guy. He goes down there, and the guy's like, there's nothing we can do. The cartels control everything. Well, they don't control me. He doesn't say that, but that could be a line. So he calls his buddy, and then a line that he does say is, well, now we do things my way. I always love that line. We did it your way, law and order. Now we do things my way. That means you're going to shoot a lot of dudes in the face. So the second act, he shoots everybody in the cartel until he gets his daughter. I think at one point he gets his daughter back, and then the cartel come after him. That's a little bit different. I mean, the way it would normally roll out is he would fight his way in the second act through the cartel, get his daughter, and then it'd be sort of final confrontation between Patric and the main bad dude as he took his daughter hostage, trying to get away with her, and then Patric shoots him, and they save his daughter. I think in this, he saves his daughter at the end, maybe at the end of the second act, and then the third act is the cartel just assembling their army, coming after him at the ranch. And then there's another line from, like, his wife saying, you promised to protect us. Everybody's so intense in these movies. You gotta love it. There's absolutely no time for joking in a movie like this. It's very serious. Of course, you know, the body count is so ridiculous, normally. And he's just going down the hallway, snipering guys, shooting guys through the windshield, cars flipping over. Yeah, it's a real movie. You know, back in the day, a movie like this would have gotten a wide release and people would have been like, oh, Shrapnel, that looks cool. Now it's kind of like B-movie level. I don't know. Jason Patric looks good. He doesn't look old at all. I don't even know how old he is. I remember seeing him in the early '90s in movies when he was a younger guy. Um, I think a movie like this could do well in wide release in theaters. Will it go to theaters? Let's see. A former Marine and his old war buddy face off against the Mexican cartel behind the disappearance of his daughter. Doesn't say. Kind of. I mean, it could. I would release this movie in theaters. Why not? It's something good to see on the screen because there'll be big stunts, driving across the desert, cars exploding, people shooting at each other. I mean, that's action. Anything action oriented that doesn't take place in like the darkness, like some low budget movies do. Yeah, sure. I mean, I would go to the theaters to see a movie like this back in the day. These days, I mean, would I? I might. I might. It would be on my list whether or not I'd get around this. These days, I don't see a lot of movies, as you well know. I just watch the damn trailers. You know, if I wanted, I would probably wait until a little bit of data came out on it, and unless I heard it was terrible, you know, unless I read a review like, oh my god, the ending, I would assume it's pretty watchable, and it would have a pretty standard kind of happy ending. I don't see, him dying. Maybe his buddy dies, but definitely not him because he's going to save his daughter, and that would be a downer of an ending. I'm sure he gets shot. Everybody gets shot in these movies. But maybe not. Maybe they try to make it more realistic. So, yeah, good actioner, I think. I would definitely check it out on VOD. Absolutely, 100%. That would definitely be on the list. If that showed up on a streaming platform, boom, I'd be right there. But like in the theater, yeah, it'd be an okay summer movie. Wouldn't be top my list for a summer movie. I want a summer movie a little less dark, but those movies are getting ruined by Hollywood. So this would be a fairly adequate substitute, I think. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and guest dog Truffle. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. If you can find a more base take, I say take it. I'm off. I'm off this weekend, 4th of July. Hope you're going to have a good weekend. I don't even know if you're going to see this. No one's watching videos on the 4th of July, I assume. I'll be at, where the heck am I going? Mood's Farm next. Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be on Saturday next week. And then on Sunday, I'll be at the Dragon Boat Races at Lake Lenape. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be a weird weekend. Hope to see you there, and we'll see you in the next one.